Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Comedy School class at the Comedy Cove graduation night. And without further ado, please welcome to the stage your host and MC for the evening, Kyle Schickner.
Okay, all right, here we go. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Okay, here we are, Scotty's. Scotty's on a Wednesday. You guys are really good friends. Really, really good friends. That's impressive. So, I'm very excited to see these comedians. You guys are all here. What the hell is this, a convention? What the fuck's happening here? Is this a convention? What's going on? It's a convention? It's a hot person convention. Holy Jesus. Wow. Seriously, right? It's okay. So anyway, I got distracted by the... Guys, just if you look over here, you're going to get distracted. So keep this is the ugly section.
What about me? Call me ugly?
No, you're right in the middle. We haven't decided. I'll let you know at the end of the night. We're on the fence. So we're here to see a bunch of graduating class for Chip's comedian. I am a graduate of Chip's class. And I want to tell you something. Honestly, and without hyperbole, I used to say it. I used to think it was hyperbole for the longest time until my 40-year-old friend said when I was 45. That's not saying it. Anyway, the class changed my life. It really is incredible. Chip is wonderful. I'm going to stop sucking his dick now. But anyway, so we're here to. I'm sure they're nervous. The reality is we're all here to support them. We're going to be positive and supportive. A few ground rules. We're at a comedy show. This isn't an HR meeting because Doug looked at Janice in a way that made her uncomfortable. There may be some jokes here that we may not like. Just put a pin in it, move on, okay? We have to have fun tonight. We're having fun tonight. Comedy's in that. There we go. We've got to stop with canceling culture. I'm going to say shit that's going to offend you right now. I've already called you ugly. So anyway, so we're here to support them. I'm excited. So a little bit about me, a little stuff that's going on in my life. My mom died recently. You know, thank you. That's what I learned from Chip's class. Keep it light. Keeping it light. But I do appreciate your sympathy. I mean, she had a good run. She was 84. You know, that was good. But you know, enough is enough. Let's get moving, get it on. We're moving on with it. We don't, let's not wear out your welcome, Mom. But no, I kid my mom because she's dead now and she can't hold the inheritance over my head anymore. But losing a parent is hard. You guys, a lot of you know that. But I'll tell you what I'm finding a little harder than losing a parent is dealing with my dad's newfound bachelorhood. I guess that's what's you know. And I'll tell you, and don't get me wrong, I have no problem with companionship. I really don't mind it. If he wants to find some woman to sit on the couch with all day watching Matlock reruns, go for it, Dad. But that is not what I'm talking about. Okay, so my mom died, and of course my dad was depressed and lonely and sad, and he was just getting better each day a little bit. And one day he called me up. He's like, "Hey Kyle, how you doing? Hey Dad, how you feeling? I'm good. Hey Kyle, remember when my legs were hurting me real bad? I couldn't sleep. Yeah, Dad, I remember that. Yeah, and you took me out to that sketchy part of the neighborhood, to that suppository, and you got me those gummies." I said, "Well, it's a dispensary, Dad, but I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, absolutely, I remember. They worked, right? Oh yeah, Kyle, like a charm. You need any more? No, I got plenty. Dad, you there? I got a 10-minute spot here. You gotta move it quicker. So, geez, Kyle, I'm really sorry. This is embarrassing. I shouldn't have called you." I said, "Dad, I am your favorite son. You could tell me anything." And see, that right there, that was my mistake. Should not have said that thing. So he's like, "Okay, Kyle, so, I've been telling you, been hanging out with that lady friend of mine for breakfast every once in a while." Remember? "Yeah, Dad, I remember you told me." "Well, Kyle, she slept over last night." Like, "Okay, Dad, it's okay. You guys fell asleep on the couch." No, Kyle. She slept over in my bed with me. Now, what I should have done What I should have done is I should have taken the phone, I should have walked over to the bathroom, and I should have dropped the phone in the toilet. Because had I done that, I wouldn't hear the next sentence, which is tattooed on my brain till the moment I die. He's like, yeah, Kyle, a little bit of a problem. I wasn't able to perform. And I'm thinking, perform? Are they putting some kind of act I'm not aware of together? Like, is there going to be an invite to a talent show over at the Shady Pines nursing home? So, and he's like, but you know what, Kyle, it's okay, Kyle. I think it's okay because she told me I made her feel good with all the other things I did to her.
Correct response.
And I'm like, other things? Other things? This son of a bitch takes 10 minutes to get up off the couch. And suddenly it's like 50 Shades of Grey over at the nursing home. So I blacked out. I came to a few minutes later and he's asking me if I will get him some Viagra. And I said, Dad, I love you. I do. I do, and I will get you all the gummies your legs need. I will even go down and see the guy who hangs out under the overpass, and I will score you more crystal meth that would make Walter White jealous. But there is no way in hell I'm ever getting my dad penis pills. So I got my dad penis pills. What am I going to do? No, I had to, but it's okay because I added a couple extra therapy sessions each week. It's kind of balancing out. But it's so frustrating dealing with him now with this dating shit, because he was with my mom since he was 16. So his development in dating is arrested at 16. That's what he's at. So when I'm talking to him about these lovers, I can't even do it. I threw up a little bit in my mouth. When I'm talking to you about his lovers, I'm not talking to some wise old man who's going to have wonderful wisdom to part on me as I get older. No, I'm talking to like an insecure 16-year-old pimply-faced kid who just doesn't know how to talk to girls. And he called me, Kai, I don't know. This is a disaster. I'm too old for her. Like, Dad, she's 4 years older than you. What the And then he's like, you know what, Kyle, I'm falling apart. Everything's going all wrong. She doesn't need that. I said, isn't falling apart part of like a prerequisite of where you guys are all at? That's part of the whole thing. And just yesterday, he calls me up. He's all upset. He's like, I gotta break up with her. I can't compete with the guy she dated before me. I'm like, what do you understand, Kyle? You had a lot of money. You would take your things. You buy your clothes. I can't afford that. I'm on a fixed income. Also, fixed income is like, everyone's on a fixed income when you hit like a certain age. I'm just waiting. But he's like, I'm on a fixed income. I'm like, well, Dad, okay, what happened? Now I'm trying to have like I'm talking to my friends. What happened in that relationship? Why did it end? Stage 4 lung cancer the guy has. No. So I'm like, wait a minute. So clearly, my dad is jealous of a man who is in hospice. That's what I'm dealing with each day. So my advice, I just said, Dad, I tell you what. Just give it a few weeks. I'm pretty sure it's going to work itself out. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Oh, I got a little dark on you guys. Little guys, a little close. Okay, so can't talk about dying parents. But my dad, and then I just literally, this isn't a lie. I've been on the phone. I got to get him the Uber card, so he doesn't know how it works. So he has a smartphone. You ever see old people with smartphones swiping? They don't do it with their thumb. It's like they're a Wheel of Fortune, like. They're like, they really put their whole arm into it. So I just tell him things to make him happy. You gotta lie to him, because I know when I was growing up, he was definitely lied to. We all lie to our kids. It's part of being a parent. You lie to your kids to make them safe, make them feel good. You lie about easy stuff in the beginning, Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, that kind of stuff. And then, but kids aren't stupid. When they start getting into school, they realize really early on that like almost all of what you learn in school after 3rd grade is bullshit. All of it, especially math. Exactly. I mean, when was the last time you needed an isosceles triangle? Exactly right. You don't need. All you need to know is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's it. If you can figure out that the woman at Sonic gave you the right change, you're golden. You're good in life. But you can't tell the kids that, because then they're just going to revolt. So you lie about how it's important. No, this is important. This is important. There was my son was in his 7th grade, And he was struggling with Spanish one night, Spanish homework. And he was just getting so despondent. He's like, this is so stupid, this is so dumb, I can't believe this. I hate this stuff. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? So he's like, I just can't stand, I'm never gonna need this. Never gonna need it. When am I gonna ever need to use Spanish? I'm like, okay, listen. So I sat him down, I said, listen, when I was in college, I had to take Spanish as well. And I hated it, okay? And I used to say the same thing, complained. I told my mom, this is so dumb. I was not a good student, big surprise there, right? And they're like, no, this is so dumb. My mother would be like, Kyle, you never know when you're gonna need it. Don't skimp on the studying. You never know when you're gonna need Spanish. I'm like, yeah, okay, Mom, whatever. I didn't do it to her face. I just when I walked away. And so I ended up cheating my way through Spanish class, and I got an A minus. I got a few things wrong on purpose because I didn't want to make it look bad. So I cheated my way through, and I don't know a single thing of Spanish. And I told my son this, and he's like, yes, and he was high-fiving me. He thinks Dad's on the side. And so I'm like, whoa, hold on, son, wait. Fast forward 4 years from now. Okay, I'm in Europe on a trip with friends traveling around, and we're in Spain, and I'm on a beach in Spain, and it's amazing. I go into the water, and it's so beautiful, it's warm, and the sky is blue, and the mountains are coming up to the. I'm like, this is perfect. Nothing could be better than this. And just as I say that, I see this beautiful, stunning, like dark, tanned, topless woman floating in my direction. And it is a very deliberate float. It's not going with the tide float. No, she's direct floating towards me. Okay, and I'm like, yeah, so I start floating towards her. I know what I'm doing. I'm 20, I got some game. So, and she's floating, and we're close. And so we're close enough when I said, oh, it's beautiful today. I didn't have that much game. So she's like, and she looked at me, she's like, okay? And I'm like, no, it's really nice. And she's like, oh, no habla inglés. Habla español? Well, I just told you guys, I know habla español. I know habla español, but I'm American, so I think everyone habla some English. So I'm just trying to make it work, and I'm talking to her, and we're floating close, and she's getting frustrated. Next thing I know, she's floating in the other direction, away from me, closer to a bunch of 20-something, 20-somethings, boys who really are clearly speaking Spanish. And now I'm panicking. I'm like, anything, what can I think of? And I'm like, Speedy Gonzalez, and she didn't find that funny. And I'm like, Chad Ochocinco, and I couldn't think of anything. And then she was gone. And I made my way back to the beach, sad, despondent. And I thought, in my back of my mind, I heard my mother saying, Kyle, someday you're gonna need it. One day you're gonna need Spanish. And I said that, and I looked at my son and his little innocent face, and I got down on his level. And I said, son, if I had just listened to my mother that day, I would have fucked the shit out of that Spanish girl. And I am proud to say that my son now speaks fluent Spanish, Italian, and German, and Hindi, just in case. All right, listen. You did not come here for me. It reminds me of what my first wife said to me in our threesome. She said, stop all your work. No one's here for you.